Hey Internet, it's RJ. Welcome back. Thanks for tuning into the show today. Now, as we get ready to start Q3 of 2024 together, you know the deal. We must go through the wallet and recap all my credit card hunting exploits. We'll talk about the changes, the new pickups, the strategy, and of course, the denials. And boy, there are many of them. So, of course, if that sounds interesting to you, go ahead, press the subscribe button, and let's get to work. So, again, these are the quarterly check-in of like what's in your wallet, which is more so for this channel. At least, it's more so what shenanigans are you up to? Because I've generally just been intro offer hunting hard. As you'll see, my overall approval record this year is 10, 7, and 1. 1 being a push and pop-up jail that we'll talk about. So 10 approvals, 7 denials, 1 push. That's my record so far. So this should be a good video. But I generally use these to get people up to date on what we've been up to, what we've been doing, not so much literally the cards in my wallet, because it just hasn't gone like that the last few quarters. But if you're interested, people get a kick out of this. This is the overall wallet. It's I don't carry this, but these are just my keeper cards. I'm very proud that the majority of these cards are 5% cards. There's only like 2 that are not. I mean, the Huntington Business Voice and the Wells Fargo autograph. This Amex card is more so my actual business card. But again, so if you want one of these, down below, Amazon links. This is the real wallet I actually carry. But people generally find that funny. So, all right, what is the deal here? Let's start with changes. How do you get to 10, 7, and 1? Well, first of all, downgrade the Sapphire Preferred. We did a whole video on this. I won't spend too much time on it. I went in branch last April, to get the $90K offer. It served its purpose. I thought about keeping it. I just really didn't want to pay the $95. That's what it came down to. The goal for credit card points earnings is $5,000 a year, and it takes away from the goal. So I flipped it down to another Freedom Flex. I've got 3 Freedom Flexes, 2 OG Freedoms. From what I understand, you can still get an OG Freedom. You just have to call a few times and find someone who knows that you can do it. So it's going to take a while. For me, the likelihood that I'm going to flip all of those Freedom Flexes to OGs just to turn a Freedom Flex at some point in like the next 7 years when I'm under Chase 524 is unlikely, so I don't care. There's also value in having Freedom Flexes because normally at least once, twice a year the categories will overlap with the base categories on the card, and then you can get 9x on 1500 as opposed to 5x. So anyhow, that's the one change. Now, let's get to the denials here, because this is how you get into why are you 10, 7, and 1 on the year. Well, denials, we started off strong with the Shoppers Cash Rewards card. That's no surprise. Really, U.S. Bank is inquiry sensitive. I even had a friend at U.S. Bank, but couldn't make it work. I mean, you can only do so much on inquiries, really. So that was a denial for sure, not to be surprised. We talked about it here. The Wells Fargo Signify Business Cash card. That was a new card by Wells Fargo. Denied by that one. They hit me with like 4 or 5 things on the list. I think I talked about this in the Sunday show, but not everyone watches every show. I called Recon. They denied me like moments later. Should have guessed. And if you're going to be denied for the Signify, it means you're also probably denied for the Journey. So I'm losing quite a bit of money on the Wells Fargo end, denied for that, kind of figured. But shooter's going to shoot, right? Next denial, Citi Strata Premier card. They denied me for the Premier last time. Again, too many inquiries. I mean, I know you're watching this saying, obviously, idiot. I get it. But, I got to try, man. I got to try. At this point, I don't even care about the hard pulls. I got to try. And then the last one is a push, right? So in betting, a push is hey, if no one wins the bet, money gets returned to both sides, no losses. Blue Cash every day. It was a $250 offer I found. I don't really necessarily want, I want it because of money, right? But really what I want it for is to get the American Express personal checking account offer that's also like $250 when it floats around. You got to have a credit card with them, a personal credit card with them. And so really I want that card because then I could get $250 there and $250 for the checking. Now I get $500 now. It's worth it. The card itself I don't really care too much about. But also the order, you got to go, either. I also realized you got to go either Cash Magnate or BCE, not both. One bonus on each one, on either one, and then BCP after that. So pop-up jail for them. I don't know why, because as you'll see, they keep giving me business cards. But anyways, those were the denials. Go figure. Now the approvals get even more crazy. And as you guys know, I play a lot of high cash back. As we said earlier, I'm just hunting offers, right? So let's get into it here. The first one is a throwaway card. Huntington Cashback card on the personal side. I think it's a 1.5x card. Don't even remember. It was spent $1,000 to get $100 back. I was about to close out my Huntington checking account for the year, so I can reopen it next year. and I was like, let me just see if they have any offers. And sure enough, they did. And so I said, why not? Let me pick one of these up on the way out the door. Got the approval, then called in, closed the checking account. So, it's $100, whatever. Next, this was a good one. Bank of America Business Cash Unlimited card. We did a bonus video on the second channel run on the bank for this very card. Now, the interesting thing about it, it's just a 1.5x on everything card. The interesting thing is I have this card. I never closed it when I got the bonus last time. It was $300. This one is a link that's floating around that's for $500 for $5,000 in spend, and I still got approved. Even though all those denials, I still got approved instantly, which is amazing. And I got the $500 offer. So that was, again, I'm never going to use it, but you didn't have to close your other one. So that was nice. Little approval there. Good run. Next up is a card that people have been hounding me for forever, and that's Discover It Cash Card. Cashback card. Yes, I finally picked it up. There's a few reasons. So this was last quarter in June. The category was like Home Depot or home improvement stores, and I had to make like a $1,500. It wasn't quite $1,500. It was like $1,000, $1,100 like home improvement Home Depot run. And since I was getting denied for everything else, I figured, well, they've got the first year cashback match. If you get the card mid-quarter, then you get technically, if you remember in time to max out it on your fifth quarter, you get 5 quarters of cashback on the calendar works, So it was perfect time to get it. Got that, hit Home Depot. I think I bought an Amazon gift card for the rest of it. I'll just prioritize that over the freedoms for like maxing out from buying gift cards and stuff, because again, year one cashback match. The offer I got was a referral, and it does give you a $100 statement credit once you make a purchase, I think, which should be an issue because we made some purchases. Funny story on this one. 2 things. Just for conversation's sake. One, Discover might be the best customer service when it comes to answering the phone. I don't know if you're actually in the States or not. When they call this is Susan from Idaho or whatever. But they answer like on the first ring, and they're very nice. I had to call them twice. Super helpful people. So, we should call that out when we see it. Number 2 is funny because, sometimes these banks are fancy and they pull in your information automatically from your credit report. And so since I haven't sold a house, it pulls in the address from my first house, which is still mine, but I didn't live there. And they shipped the card there. I'm going all over the place trying to find this card and to call in, and they did find where they shipped it to. And luckily, that person who lives there, who rents from me, was like, yeah, I still got it. It's fine. So I came over and got the card. The other thing is, again, Discover, from what I understand, from what the person who referred me told me, is they're just known to accept anyone. It wasn't an instant approval. I had to call in, and they pressed some buttons, and I was approved, so that's good. And then other thing I didn't notice, I think from what I read, is Discover approvals are like once a year. So I have to get another Discover It Cash card or NHL version, because I think you can only have 2 of their cards. It's all you'd ever need. It's once a year, so I figured I'm already out of approvals. Might as well get one more. All right, so that one made perfect sense. Last one here. Another American Express card, Blue Business Plus card. Spend $8,000 to get $500 back the first 3 months. For many of you know, I'm not a huge Amex fan. While I have the Business Platinum, I'm actually trying to work my way through all the remaining MR cards on the business side just to be able to cash them out at 1 cent a point. I know it upsets all of you every time I say it, but that's probably what's going to happen. That was the motivation to picking up this card. They gave me like a $2,000 credit limit, which does make it pretty slow going to hit that $8,000 in spend. But, one, I don't want to call in and raise any flags or put any attention on myself with American Express. So I'm just going to live with it, I guess. Number 2, the funny thing is I have a Business Platinum and a Business Gold right now. Both, no preset spending limit. And I know the Platinum, I hit the Platinum card in like one swipe, like $15,000 for like a flooring project. And no issues. Like, why are 2 cards uncapped and one gets $2,000? I don't know. It's very annoying, but I'm never going to use it after this, so whatever. So there you go. That brings you current, and that's how we get to 10, 7, and 1 on the year. I'm fairly proud of my record. Would like a lot more approvals, but you can't hit all your shots. So right now, I'm just going to be using the Blue Business Plus, right? Like it's going to be a Blue Business Plus and Discover It Cash. Again, we know the Discover It Cash categories at the time of taping are Walmart and grocery stores, but again, because I want to prioritize maxing the $1,500 each quarter, it'll probably be back to my, hey, I got to go to Best Buy. Let me buy a Best Buy gift card. That'll be that whole thing, plus the Blue Business Cash while I wrap that up. I could technically be done with it. No, Blue Business Plus, sorry. I could technically be done with the BBP, but it's just, you're limited when you can only spend $2,000. So whatever. But those are going to be the cards in my wallet. And then, of course, I always carry my Bank of America Unlimited Cash card as my catch-all just in case. You wouldn't want to be you walk around with an Amex or Discover, you're asking for trouble. I mean, the acceptance rate's usually fine, but throw a Visa in there. So there you go. So what's on the horizon? What's next, right? Well, the clear strategy is bonuses, right? Like I think I'll do a video eventually, but I'm pretty sure in this wallet I have most of the 5% cards I need and I can even think of. Sure. I mean, would you like another Discover It card? Yeah, and eventually a year from now I will get another one. Do I need one? Not really, honestly. I mean, with 5 freedoms, I think I'm good. I didn't need 5 freedoms. Would you like more custom caches? Sure. Do I need more? I can make do with what I have. It just, going forward, it would just make it easier. But we're almost at gold plating. I think the Wells Fargo Attune card would be a good addition. It's not 5%, but it's 4%, for example. So that would, be a good addition. I mean, they're never going to approve me anytime soon, but you get the point. So what's next? Well, I really think it's to continue to bonus hunt, but, I might be forced to sit the bench in Q3. There's one card I need is the Business Green card. It's not a very good card. The highest offer I've seen is basically $250, like 25k MR points for $3,000 in spend. They do hit you with a $95 annual fee, so it kind of hurts, but that would complete my cash out all the MR points play I'm trying to go for. On the business side, Amex seems willing to do business with me. I don't know if it's because they're trying to hit sales goals. I don't know if it's because I do use a business checking, but there's only $4,000 or $5,000 in there. It's not that much. It does get recurring actual direct deposits, but it's not that much. I do split spend on the Blue Business Cash, so I don't know. But that's the card I'm going to try to get next. I might wait. I mean, I technically got to get to January before I got to have, cancel the platinum, so I've got time. There's no real rush. Other than that, you might either see me go for random cards that are instant approvals, like the Venmo, they generally approve people, cast wide nets and approve people. But other than that, I can't really get anything else. So I guess this is an anticlimactic way to end, but we've seen all the denials. Every major bank's denied me. BMO Harris, I think, also denied me as well. I should throw that on the list too. But anyhow, I think that's it. So I think I've tried to do well. I've tried to do right by the audience, try to keep shooting and get all the points I could. I think I'm just out of shots. I keep getting denied for everything. So I think I'm going to have to chill, the green cards, the business green, and then maybe keep periodically looking to see if I'm out of pop-up jail for the BCE just so I can get into their promotional offer. But I think at 10-7-1, I mean, there's not a lot left we can add right now. The good news is that if you take a chill break and come back, there's still plenty of money to be had. I mean, we just ran off the Signify. I mean, assuming we see these offers again, which we should. Signify at 5, Journey at 6, Strata at 750. I mean, that right there is enough to get you back in the game and earning next year. So I think I might just have to chill for a while and recover. I say that, but then we'll be doing this next quarter, and I'm like, hey, guess what our cards I got? So, but would you like me if I wasn't ultra aggressive and get to put up the shot? So anyways, that is my wallet setup. Those are the cards I'll be using, and I'll try very hard to sit on my hands, but that's probably not going to happen. Who are we kidding? Anyway, so let me know down below what you think of this, my track record. What have you done? What are you doing? Love to get your thoughts. Where else on the corner of the internet can you talk about the contents of your wallet? Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. Of course, if you liked it, drop me a thumbs up down below. If you found it particularly interesting, consider subscribing to the channels. We're posting content just like this every single week. And, of course, right back every Sunday with all the news you can use in the week that was in credit and finance. And, of course, every single day over on ProfitfulContent.com. The channel's blog, always linked down below for you, where we have not only the latest news stories, we have bank promotions in case you want to chill on credit cards or double up. And we have credit card offers in case you want to get your application numbers up. We've got you covered over there as well. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you very soon in the next one.